Sitting up, typing, and all kinds of things that we do subconsciously, and coupled with just running businesses and running ministry and then doing outreaches and ministering, in the community and so on and so forth. All those are great things, and you thank God that you're able to do them. But you're even more thankful when he gives you wisdom to take care of your body, which is a temple of the Holy Spirit, so you can be successful for what he's called you to do.
Activity, stress does that. It causes you to, let's get this done right away. This has to happen, okay? And if it doesn't, you'll get it done yourself. You don't want to do it? Okay, fine. I'll do it myself. You get it done. Really quick. Simple. I thought that was simple, didn't you? Okay, but now everything seems helpless and hopeless. The situation just turns completely around. Now you're burned out, so there's no hope. These people can't change. They won't change. And a lot of other stressful remarks that go along with that. Overreactive emotions. So you're quick to react. You may not be as proactive as you would be when you're not stressed. But when you are stressed, you're overreactive. Someone touch you and you think they're coming to, like, literally grab you at the neck or something because you're really stressed. You feel something crawling on you, which is just a string from inside of your pants, but you think there's a snake crawling up your leg. It's just like you're overreacting now. Come on already. With burnout, you're blunt. Your emotions are blunt, right? You're not saying what you should say in the manner in which you should say. You're not speaking in love anymore. It's love is out the window, like with everything else. So you're blunt. You're telling them as it is because that is the way it is. Back then, you would be like, I want to tell you something, but it's okay. Forget it. Forget you. Forget the company. All of that. Now you're going to tell them. You're going to drop whatever you want to drop, your resume, everything, and you're out the door and you're gone. See you later. So there is some difference, okay? Loss of energy. So yeah, you've been doing a lot, so it's kind of expected. By now, you should lose your energy. You've been clearer to help someone else. Just be able to literally apply that which we already know to help someone else. Okay? So we're looking at the syndrome. We see burnout. And within this whole phenomena, we see exhaustion, which we knew that. But we also see something called cynicism, right? For people who are cynical. And then we see something called inefficacy. We're thinking most people just suffer exhaustion and that's where it ends. It actually is a little deeper than that in terms of how you can identify it. What I've learned from the research that I've done is that these things actually, it literally follows a pattern, For women, it's textbook style. It's exhaustion. We get really, really tired, overwhelmed, detached, and then we start being that cynical person with a really bad, may I say, stink attitude. You literally lay it on. You tell them how you feel in a kind of way, and you do. Because you're tired. So it goes back to because you're tired. And then because you're tired, because you're cynical, it leads into whatever I do around here doesn't matter. So you literally go beyond that. So that's for the female. For the male, what happens is that they actually become depersonalized, cynical first. That's the usual typical sign for that person. And then they go into exhaustion. So this happens first. So you look for that from those guys, right? And then you can say, okay, I figure he's tired. It's going to come. And then, I'm tired. He finally confesses he's tired. And then this one is rare. Inefficacy. Why? Because they're a little bit so mature, macho, actually, that they're saying, my work could never be ineffective. Whatever I do is always good. So it's kind of hard for them to, doubt themselves in that regard. So they're thinking, I'm still okay. And they'll hold on to that until that falls apart too. So that's pretty much how the cycle goes. So these three general scales: exhaustion, feeling of being emotionally overextended and exhausted by one's work. So whatever you do, that's a whole exhaustion. Just, you've given so much. You've given it all in some cases. You've given your best.
Well, I really enjoyed the presentation tonight from Elder Tanasha. She did an awesome job talking about preventing burnout. I learned a lot between the difference between stress and burnout, and how we often think they're the same thing. We learned about the positive aspects of stress, the stages of burnout, and I was able to recognize how a lot of those things was going on in my own personal life. And I got some good advice on how to prevent, how to slow down, different things that I can incorporate to prevent burnout in my own life in the future. And I also got a free massage from Shane. He did an awesome job. I will be giving business to Source of Wellness in 2017. I'll be committing to getting a massage once a month and keeping myself well, relaxed, and whatever it takes to prevent burnout.